Alison Redford's statement on salary disclosure and what has happened on this issue is an example of why so many Albertans no longer trust her on issues of ethics and accountability. After saying yesterday morning that she had no control over the release of information on her former Chief of Staff severance package, last night the Premier backtracked, saying that she will change the policy and release the information, but only well after her leadership vote has taken place. Make no mistake, the Premier knows that legally she will be forced to release this information. And she therefore has created a path to release it at a time that is politically convenient for her. Today, her former Chief of Staff has apparently released the amount of his severance payment. Obviously, he no longer objects to the information being made public. The Premier then should immediately release all of the details of his contract and his severance that have been requested through multiple Freedom of Information requests, including ones that have been made by our caucus. Indeed, since the Premier has now affirmed her authority to instruct on these matters, this is an authority that we all knew that she possessed all along. She should do the right thing and order the immediate release of all of the information, of all of the outstanding Freedom of Information requests related to Premier's office contracts, salaries, and severance.
Ms. Smith, what do you think about the amount of Carter's severance that he says it is?
If it's complete, if that's the full amount, it's still pretty eye-popping. 6 months severance for 6 months worth of work. An employee who voluntarily leaves should not get severance at all, certainly doesn't happen in the private sector. And an employee who voluntarily leaves to go work on a political campaign and then comes back and gets a massive severance package, I have to tell you, the optics on this are terrible. It is absolutely significant that we have a Premier who knows the law, because she keeps reminding us that she is a lawyer. Premier who knows the law, having her office told directly, twice, with legal precedent, that she has to release the information, using every possible tactic to delay its release. I think the reason she announced her policy yesterday, she knew she was caught. She knew that she had to release it eventually, and she's just trying to now release it at a time that is politically convenient for her. But the fact of the matter is, this is only one severance package of several severance packages that were paid out of the Premier's office, a total of $2.1 million. So the fact that this one has a lot of questions attached to it suggests to me we need to see the others so that we can see what questions there are attached to those.